Alright, on today's episode of Python Papi, we're back inside our small contracts project. Let's have a look at what we're going to be going over today. Now today we're going to start back with some light reading from before we started having issues with the packages, so we can move forward now. Now once we have imported the Boa package, we can start using it to deploy our contract. Like I showed you, we now have access to the Boa package. All we have to do to deploy our contract is say favorites contract equals boa.load favorites.py. Now this is how we load the favorites.py file into our PyEVM network by using this boa.load function. We will be adding this line of code to our deploy favorites pyevm.py file. We can add it right under the print statement using or inside of our define main function. This will load our favorites.py contract into the favorites contract variable. Once we have loaded our contract into the favorites contract variable, we can deploy it to the PyEVM network by saying favorites contract.deploy. Now, if you were to read over the documentation for the ball package, you will see that this is how we deploy contracts to the PyEVM network. The documentation says that using the load function will load the contract into the variable specifying using this logic: compile source from this and return deployed instance of the contract. We can check this by using a print statement with the type keyword to see what type of object the favorites contract variable is, like I showed you guys yesterday, what type we use. We can do this by adding a favorites, or we can do this by adding a following line of code to our define main function with a print type favorites contract. Now, if you want to go back to the video, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, where I actually showed you, we actually printed out the type of the contract that we have. You can actually go back and watch that again and see that everything is up and running. So now that we're up to speed and we're back on track, we're going to leave it right there. Just give you a quick little recap of what we're going to be doing and where we're at. So we're going to leave it there for now, and we're going to be moving forward. But of course, I will keep you posted every step of the way. For now, this is the Python Papi. You guys stay Gucci.